Hello, my name is Paul Morris. It's Saturday the 19th of October. I'm speaking to you from Blaina, South Wales. Blaina is a former mining village. All the pits have gone, the steelworks have gone, everything is gone. And now our local fire service in Blaina Gwent is planning to close down our local fire station to save £22,000 per year. This video is a test video to let you know what the second video will contain, which will be filmed in a proper studio with screenshots behind giving statistics, information, who the players are and how the system actually works and the state of play as to where we are today. Basically, the proposal has been submitted by Chief Fire Officer Hugh Jakeway, the senior officer in the fire service in South Wales, as well as Blaina Gwent, which is the authority which we are speaking about. Currently, Blaina Gwent has only 5 fire stations serving one of the most densely populated areas in Western Europe. That's just 5 stations, of which Blaina is one. Only one of the 5 stations has a fully manned crew. The other 4 stations are managed by what they called retained firefighters. You'll excuse me if I fumble my words a little bit, but I'm just speaking from memory and the heart with no prepared script. The second video will be much more professional, I can assure you. Well, we understand that there needs to be cuts, but I need to make the case by demolishing the proposals prepared by the fire service to close down Blaina Fire Station, which was established in, I think, 1896 to save this £222,000, which they actually are claiming will cost make a savings of £250,000. The interesting thing here to notice before we get into the proposal, which we'll really do in the second video, is to let you know this. The fire service's own figures show that a death by fire costs the ratepayers, taxpayers, £1.8 million. £1.8 million. Now, in recent years, Blaina Fire Service have saved 4 lives to my knowledge. So that's a saving of what? 2, 4, 6, 8, £7.6 million, something like that. So in my books, just on those figures alone, they have paid in advance, if you like, for the next 28 years. However, if we consider that Blaina Fire Service or Blaina Fire Crew boys have saved, in actual fact, in the last 10 years, 44 lives, you can see how many millions of pounds that they have actually saved again. So, to close down the fire station is obviously not a savings, it's actually a potential cost to the ratepayers of Wales. The other thing to take account is that were Blaina Fire Station to be closed and the next supporting station, say, would be Bryn Mawr, and Bryn Mawr was off the run as they frequently are because they've got manpower problems, so the next support would, say, have to come from Ebbw Vale. And if we assume that there was, in this scenario, a fire at the local primary school, which Blaina Fire Service can reach in less than 5, certainly less than 6 minutes, what could have been a simple fire with 1 room damaged could lead to a major fire in which the old school is lost. And how much would it cost to build a new school? They don't seem to be taking this into account. Other things that they don't seem to be taking into account is the fact that they have reported that there is going to be a decrease in the population of Blaina Gwent. This information has proved to be incorrect by people like Labour Councillor Lisa Winnett, who was revealed that in fact the population of Blaina and Nantiglow is growing. The fire service also admits that when they made their proposals, they did not take into account the fact that there is to be a new racetrack being built in the Ebbw Vale area. This new racetrack will have between 4,000 and 6,000 new jobs created. There will be people moving into the area to do those jobs, and when the site is completed, there are going to be tens of thousands of new visitors travelling on the roads, unfamiliar roads, of the Blaina area, who are not familiar with the roads, and so there's a very good chance that there will be an increase in the number of road traffic collisions, which the fire service are also responsible for covering. Only last week there was a major sort of incident in Wales when a car travelling at high speed left the roads, demolished 7 cars, and only failed to smash through into a building occupied by children because there was a car in front of the building which it demolished. So Blaina Fire Service were there within a couple of minutes. But going back to the racetrack, in consultation with Steve Ellis, a senior fire service officer, I believe it was the rank divisional officer, they stated that no need to worry about the racetrack, as the builders would provide fire cover during the building of the racetrack. Of course, that's all very well having fire cover at the building of the racetrack, but that fire cover does not extend to domestic housing businesses in the surrounding area or the increase in the road traffic. So you can see that they can't really, it's like trying to compare a Welsh house brick to a banana. They're two totally different subjects. The other issue that they have deliberately avoided putting into the proposal is the fact that the population of Blaina Gwent, like the rest of the United Kingdom, is an ageing population, and their figures show that elderly people are more responsible for starting fires accidentally and dying in those fires than any other age bracket of our population. Now, with this taking this into account, that means that there's going to be increased risk to the population of Blaina Gwent in the coming years as our population average age increases. And I think the figures are something like 60% of us are going to be over the age of 60 by the year 1933. So this information again was submitted from the fire service proposals. The proposal submitted by the fire service is in fact riddled with inaccuracies which have proved to be inaccurate, and in my opinion is so badly flawed that it should be withdrawn immediately. And I did actually consider taking out an injunction preventing the fire authority on making a decision until there's been an investigation into the production of this report. But like I say, this is just a test video to give you an idea of what's coming. The second video will be filmed in a professional studio in front of a blue screen, so that behind I can superimpose image of the statistics that show things that, for example, that Blaina Fire Station has a 100% availability record in the Blaina Gwent area and is always available for call 24/7. And what is this 24/7? How is it funded? Well, it costs each and every person in the Blaina and Nantiglow area just 67p a week. Just 67 pence a week to provide fire cover for their property and to defend men who will defend the lives of their children if needed. Now, if you consider that in the fire crew we have a former Welsh international player, Nigel Meek. Well, Nigel Meek alone has got to be worth 67p. And when I tell you that there are actually 15 retained firefighters and a charming lady, admin clerk, who looks after them, you get all that for 67 pence a week. 67 pence a week. It's not a lot, is it, when you consider that these are the men who've risked their lives, 2 of whom died in the line of duty, attempting to rescue a child in Zephaniah Way in '96 from that same station that incidentally is still commanded by the same officer who was present that day. How hard must it be for that man and his crew to look up at the plaque that sits in their restroom every day, see the names recorded of their colleagues Stephen Griffin, Kevin Lane, go out on a call and wonder if they are coming back? Well, thank you. Keep an eye out for the next video. You've been listening to Paul Morris reporting from Blaina, South Wales. Thank you.